Oh, if I go like this, is it gonna hear me?
That's fine.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. People will just wonder what's that in the background.
Fidgeting.
They're just like, what is all that rubbing? Try or talk on the mic, Jacob.
Testing, 1, 2.
Closer.
Testing, 1, 2.
Do I have to do something to get you? Should I get a? What do you call it? Like books? You want these books so it's up more, so you don't have to.
Is that a height joke?
Yeah. Just in case.
Testing, 1, 2.
There. How's that? All right, now try. Hey everyone, thanks again for listening to the Bits and Pieces podcast with your hosts Jacob and Ben. We also had our special guest Andreus this week and coming back next week to talk more about their upcoming trip to Sacramento to go to the No Mercy WWE pay-per-view live at the new arena. So that'll be exciting. Also an NXT show coming up in Sacramento as well, and we'll be talking about that in more detail. We'll also be talking about our Stockton Con and trip there to the arena, as well as the WWE live show that happened at the Stockton Arena. So thanks again for listening. That should be coming up next week. This week we're just kind of sitting around and chatting about random things, so hope you enjoy that. But please like, subscribe, and comment to us on our YouTube channel. If we've shared it on social media and you like it, share it with everybody else. We thank you everyone for your support. Honest opinions on Jumanji. Hey, you guys want to use this one instead?
It's the same one.
I know, but instead of having all the books.
No.
Oh, okay. Mine's
Don't
pretty.
Don't mess it up.
Pretty.
You're the host.
Like you like pretty.
Yeah, it's pretty. I don't even know what episode we're on. I think it's 5. I don't remember. How's SatCon? Did you like SatCon? I know you guys went what was a month ago?
Yeah, it was okay.
It's been a month.
Yeah. It was a glorified shopping trip. I didn't do any. There's no panels really, and
no Artist Alley or.
I mean, there's Artist Alley.
A voice actor panel, and then
okay. There was one panel.
Yeah.
And then they had one viewing room, and I don't know what they were showing, but they had they had a pretty good.
They had a video game room, but you had to put down money to play Smash Brothers.
And I wanted to play Tetris really bad, and then it was reserved for tournaments only, and I was like, I'll just do a tournament by myself. I just wanted to play Tetris.
Yeah.
We played Contra. That was horrifying.
On Nintendo?
On Super Nintendo, Contra 3.
Oh, Contra 3.
Yeah.
Oh, so is it on a big screen? Everybody can watch you play it, or
no? Thank God.
Oh, okay. It's like a little booth.
No, it's just a table with a TV.
Oh, okay. Like a flat screen TV, or like one of those old cathode.
I don't remember.
There was no chairs. And
yeah.
That
was the worst part. There was no chairs unless you were playing Smash Brothers.
Oh, okay.
Chairs were reserved for legit players only.
Yeah, pretty decent stuff. Decent stuff, I guess. And then went over the course of 2 days.
Oh, you went for 2 days?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So you stayed over in Sac?
No, it's
just
15 minutes away.
Oh, okay.
No, we only went 1 day.
Yeah, we did. No, we didn't. What?
Didn't we only? No.
We went both days.
We did?
It was one by ourselves and then one with Mariah.
It's a blur. Okay. Yeah, I know we went with
Sunday.
Mariah.
Sunday was with Mariah.
Okay.
So you did a 2-day now.
Yeah.
I guess so.
Okay.
It's at a different.
So you can't remember the second day.
No. It just was a blur.
Huh.
Yeah. It's just it was at the McClellan Air Force Base or something like that.
All the way the hell out there.
Yeah.
Oh.
It's a larger venue. It's just that it's a bit of a stretch to go over there.
Yeah. It was okay. But not as congested as it used to be when it was at the Scottish Rite Center, which is very nice.
Yeah.
I like that much better, that it isn't so, sardine can.
Mm-hmm. Is it like that at Stockton Con when you went last year? Did you feel like super congested even though it's at the arena?
Oh yeah. It was real bad.
Yeah.
I started like kind of panicking when Jacob got swallowed by the crowd and he like moved down further. I was like, Jacob, wait for me!
Now, it's been at the arena for 3 years now? Because it wasn't at the arena originally,
it was
right?
at the UOP.
Yeah, that UOP stadium.
Yeah.
Or like the
the
basketball venue.
No, it was the first year, and then all the other years after was at the
Stockton Arena.
Yeah, it's already outgrown itself.
I think if they put more booths out in the main area, near the whole entrance area, that would have been nice because they did put booths out there.
Yeah,
but I think if they put more, it'd be better. You know, because like when you go down to the main area, it's like crush.
Yeah, I would imagine. And or they don't do anything out in front of the arena, like outdoors. There's nothing.
There's a wrestling ring.
Oh, there is.
They have Pro Wrestling Bushido there.
Oh,
At the Lodi one, they had Chavo Guerrero.
Oh, really?
There,
huh?
So they usually have wrestlers at Stockton Con.
Yeah, because I remember the King was there once, Jerry Lawler, and Hacksaw.
And Piper was going to be there, but fortunately, he didn't make it.
Yeah,
that sucked. That would have been cool to chat
Jake
with
the Snake Roberts
Piper.
was there.
Really?
Yeah.
Did you get to meet him or?
I saw him in passing.
Oh, okay. Did he point back at you or no? Oh, he didn't see you. That would have been cool.
Jim Duggan would do his like.
With the 2x4. Yeah. And now, but you went to the Lodi one too?
No.
Oh, you didn't.
I sort of wanted to, but I didn't think it was. I don't think it was a good time. I'm not exactly. I don't actually remember.
Oh, and but Gilbert went to the Lodi one. I remember he was promoting it for a while. That was a month ago too. Wasn't that in March?
I would say it was February.
Yeah, probably earlier. Yeah. Yeah, I haven't. It's gonna be weird. I haven't been to a convention at all, so it's gonna be strange. Well, not strange, but like to actually be in a convention if I get in. Because I remember the one time I went was we just happened to be in San Francisco for whatever it was, and we went to WonderCon on the outskirts of WonderCon. But we knew Jacob was in there.
Yeah, he was. You and me.
Oh, you were with him too?
Yeah, remember you guys? We told you what
Oh yeah,
hotel
we did meet up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But what hotel we were gonna be in? But
and it was the wrong one.
Yeah,
we were at the wrong one.
Yeah. When you guys showed up, you were like, "Man,
this is a nice hotel." Yeah, because they escorted us to the bar, and there was like an elevator, like one of those like glass elevators. You could like go in there, and you could see everything, kind of like a Willy Wonka thing. And we went to the bar, and we were waiting there for a while, and everyone was like really hospitable towards us, even though we weren't. We were just waiting for a guest.
Yeah.
We think we're waiting for somebody, and then then we went to the other place, which was a zoo, like the place you guys went to. Like there were cosplay people all over in the lobby, and there were people trying to get in, and they're like, we're not sure if we can get you in. I think we did get a room. We ended up getting a room there.
Yeah.
On the 3rd floor or something. Yeah, I had to sleep on the floor that night. I do remember that. Yeah, I wasn't paying as much, so yeah.
But
Luis was paying more.
So he got the bed.
Yeah, people who pay more get the bed. I didn't care. I was like, it's fine. And but we didn't actually go in. We didn't have tickets or anything.
Yeah.
Like now those are events like where you can't get tickets last minute, right? Usually. For the most part, you just have to get them ahead of time, and then you can just walk up there.
You could get tickets. I think
walk up and get them
like $40.
I think like the big, San Diego Comic Con, you can't do that.
Right.
You have to have pre-order tickets.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, which is stupid.
Didn't you guys go to one in San Jose? True, because you guys wanted to see Paige and Roman Reigns. Or did you guys?
We wanted to do that, but
that didn't
my
work
friend
out.
who was like, yeah, let's go. She never got back to me, so I don't know what happened.
So she probably didn't go.
They might show up at Wizard World Sacramento.
Ooh, Wizard World.
Yeah, Sacramento.
Yeah, that'd be good.
Yeah.
for Jacob's birthday.
Is it? That's when it happens?
Yep.
It's the weekend of my birthday.
Oh. But don't you have plans? Other plans or no?
What?
You don't no plans? no.
I sort of plan on doing something on my birthday.
Yeah. But the day before.
The day before
I'm going to Wizard World.
Yeah.
Would you like to go to Wizard World?
Did we tell you that we were trying to get his brothers to go with him? And they're
to Wizard World?
To Wizard World?
And they're probably...
let's go together. Let's all of us go to a convention together. And Isaac was like, no, I got something to do with IJ for his birthday. And Daniel was like, how about no? And it's just like,
he
wow.
He posted pictures like, this first, great idea. Second idea, it's like, and second, no.
Wow. Yeah, it's weird. That's funny you mentioned that because was it last weekend? Oh, I hung out with Luis last weekend, but he's like, well, what are you up to? I was like, I was supposed to go to a reggae concert, and then I actually didn't go. Like our coworker, her friends flaked on her for this reggae concert. So she had 3 tickets, but I was like, I don't listen to reggae that much. Like, and I looked at the list on the website and I don't recognize anyone. And I was like, yeah, and it's way out in Oroville.
Oh.
Yeah, and so I was like,
I don't even know where that is.
I was like, nah. And so my boss was like, oh, that sounds kind of cool. And then, the other 2 coworkers like, yeah. And so they were planning, we use this app called Slack. So it's just like a big group chat kind of thing. And you can do all the same thing you could do in a message program. You can send links and pictures and stuff. And so they're talking about like planning it and going. And so like Saturday, I think, rolls around. And then like one of the guys is like, he's like going to be in Sacramento because she's from Sacramento. But he's like, I'm doing a photo shoot though for money. And I don't know when I'm going to be done. And then my boss woke up super late and he's like, yeah. And then somebody else is like, yeah, I don't want to go. It was kind of like depending on it was kind of like, well, if my boss isn't going, then no one's gonna go. And so I don't know. I think she might have found somebody to go, but it was like an all day thing, and so like some of that stuff, it sounds great in theory, and then when it comes like gets closer to it, you're just kind of like, oh, yeah. Actually, Adam told me the story kind of like about why he didn't drive for the longest time, because he got in a car accident with his mom's car way back when. I think he totaled the car, and he just like he says, yeah, for like over 25 years, I didn't go and get the license, and then he finally just decided to do it. And he says, hey, it's pretty good, but they share a vehicle, I think, him and his wife, so it's kind of hard.
Mm-hmm.
Did you see that picture I posted of him?
No.
I guess he says that when he first started on this, he just got on Instagram.
Yeah.
So he posted one picture, and I said, "Let's be the first picture you posted."
It was like before the memories thing started happening on Facebook, or is it pulling that as a memory or something?
No, I made it.
Oh, you made it.
He only made it just a few, like last month.
Oh, okay.
Instagram or whatever.
Oh, an Instagram.
Yeah, Instagram.
Oh, okay.
So.
Yeah, it's I remember always going to Adam's house because I did see the picture of the Jesus picture of him. Yeah, it's pretty good. Yeah, you wouldn't get.
I thought this would have been your first pick, and then
BC,
and then Rudy goes, "This is offensive," and he goes, "It's all right. May the passion of the Yanas be with you."
That's oh God. Yeah,
literally right.
Yeah, yeah, it's pretty good. That's pretty good. Yeah, the joke on that is when we met Adam, and he was like our boss, and he was like really cool. He was our boss for GameStop for a long time before he got screwed out of that position. That's a whole nother story. But I remember going to his house, and that was back when he was living off of a country club just past the Graduate. Like he was like 2 blocks from the Graduate. and we would go over and visit. We actually would visit him a little bit more. Like now that he's behind Alpine Market, like we never get out of. Of course, he's working like weird hours now, but he had like this. It's like a family wall portrait, like portraits of him and his kids, and him and Julie, and stuff like that. Throughout the years. And so we saw one of the earlier pictures of Adam, and he had really long hair, and he looked like Jesus. Like he had, like how everybody portrays Jesus to be, white with the long hair and the mustache and goatee and everything. And yeah, he was like, when he was with Julie, I was like, wow, that's the Jesus. And so that was the running joke, but we weren't the first ones to do it because I guess other people had said it. And so that was just like whenever we go over there, it was kind of funny. Like because we'd always have to walk down that hallway to get to the living room. So you'd always point and laugh. Yeah, it was just kind of like you just kind of like giggle, like like. That ball left. Oh wow. Jeez. Yeah. So. Yeah. So I was like, man, that's Adam, because I met Adam. I was going to Delta. This was like in 2001 when I started going to Delta. I met Adam, and he doesn't remember, but there was a Waves Music in Weberstown Mall, and he was like the manager there. And like I would always go, because when you're at Delta, the mall's right across the street during break or lunch. You just walk to the mall. Like I don't want to stay at Delta. I want to walk to the mall. So go in there with my backpack full of stuff, and I'd always look at music CDs, and I would always. I actually got some Fear Factory CDs there. So that's Adam and I started talking about like metal and stuff, and then he got me to sign up for some card, like one of the card things that they have, but it was like free to sign up, and then you just built up points, and however that system worked there. But yeah, that's when we first met, and then it was weird because then I was interviewing for GameStop, and then I hadn't met him. Kevin used to come into the newsstand where I used to work, and he used to buy magazines all the time. And he always used to say, "Yeah, go ahead and put in your application there," because I told him like, "Yeah, I put in my application like 3 times." He's like, "Write my name down" or something like that, and so we like exchanged like info. And then, so I filled out another application that had Kevin's name on it or whatever. Boom, instantly got like a call. And so I went down there, and I was like, holy shit, it's Adam. Like, and I was like, dude, you used to work at Waves Music. I did, yeah. And but he just didn't remember like that we used to like, because probably, you meet like, X amount of customers, and you have your regulars. And so like it's hard to keep track of everything. And so, yeah, after that, then, yeah, we connected pretty quick, and everybody became quick friends over there. I don't know if Daniel might have been working there at the time. I think so. I don't remember, and Jacob was always at the Weberstown one because I remember it was always Jacob, Gilbert, and Sean and Abel. So yeah, it was kind of interesting little discussion that we had when we kind of talked on the phone, because Adam and I don't talk that much, but when we do talk, it's just kind of like it didn't stop. Like it was just like we're back to the usual conversation. So that's kind of how. That's always a nice feeling. I think. Yeah, because like we used to go over there a lot, and we used to drink and have fun, and he always had like the living room with the long couch and the 2 chairs, and I remember getting so wasted, and I think I was smoking too, and I was so messed up, and Adam was talking. And he was talking to me, but I didn't know because I was so focused in on the show, or the TV show that was on TV, and I was just like, Adam, are you talking to me? Like, and he's just like, that was his hands up in the air, like, unbelievable. Yeah, and then one time I remember coming back, and the couch was lower than what it usually was, and he says, oh yeah, somebody like jumped off the chair onto the couch and broke the couch, and so yeah, we were just like much lower than, like, what the hell is like lowrider couch and stuff. Like, I don't know if AJ did some kind of elbow drop.
Fear does not exist in this dojo, does it? No, Sensei! Pain does not exist in this dojo, does it? No, Sensei! Defeat does not exist in this dojo.
Yeah, we used to spend a lot of time together during the GameStop days, but and once he started working at Barnes and Noble and started working like the actually he said he got promoted not too long ago, so now he kind of runs the store, but that's not his position, but he ends up running the store like a store manager would. So yeah, his hours are strange now. So, and then of course he's always got, you know, kids on the weekend, or he's like, I remember last weekend he didn't get back to me because he was at a Giants game. So like his free time when he does have it, kind of precious.
Yeah.
So yeah, so that was the old GameStop days. So remember calling all the time. You remember if we didn't have the game, we'd always have to call. We'd call you. Actually, we never really called them too much because we were always super busy with trades. They would always call us, and they would always say there was nothing to do, like no one was coming in, or hey, if I get back to you, I get back to you. I got like a line out the door, so I ain't gonna lie to you. You know, if you're on hold for whatever, it's not because I don't fucking like you. It's because I'm trying to get people in and out of here. David and I quit the same week, which was pretty awesome. We both put in our 2 weeks the same week. Left here.
Oh, was that bad?
Yeah, it's she's like if you have a manager, there's like a different types of management. Like I love management that's like if I'm doing something wrong, they'll say, "Hey, you're doing something wrong." But let's work on a way to make it better.
Right.
Like, let's figure out a way to make it better. So, like, with her, it was just, like, I could be doing something wrong, and she'd never come up and tell me that I'm doing something wrong. And
she just let you fail.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, and then she would write Post-it. She was a big Post-it notes person. Adam and I actually had, like, this talk, like, this last weekend. And I says, yeah, because I always tell people, like, I appreciate Adam because he gave us an opportunity to work, but he gave us that opportunity and he helped us grow. Like, he helped us learn more, and he gave us chances. Like, it's like, okay, you can do assistant manager stuff. Like, you can do the schedule. And your brother hated to do the schedule. I loved it because I love doing the schedule because it's like Adam's just like, okay, you have to make sure these are the days I have off. Your brother didn't care, and I was like, I'm going to make sure I have days off that are close together.
Yeah.
And that was it. And then it just, but it was cool just to learn those aspects of management. Mm-hmm. So, like, with her, yeah, she was super into Post-its, and she was super passive-aggressive. So if you did something wrong, she would never tell you, but she would leave a note for you. And saying
you done fucked up.
No, not even that. Like you need to do this, and this. Like a list of things to do. You need to get this many subscriptions or whatever it was, or this needs to be done. This needs to be done, and it's like, okay. I mean, but it just wasn't like a great relationship with upper management. It was terrible. It was just like, how did you manage? And I always tell Adam, how did people get to these management positions? Like somebody just it's just who you know. Like, if you know somebody and then they're just like, yeah, sure. And then no one's watching you. Like, it's not like the district manager comes in all the time.
Who's willing to slit as many throats as possible?
Yeah, and the funny thing is that always made me laugh. It's like the district manager's coming in because he let us know ahead of time. Then everybody's on their game. But when the district manager isn't coming in, you're just like, oh, I don't care. Like, these games can go on the floor, or I'm not taking the trash out or whatever. It's like everybody decides to actually do work, like when he comes in, because it's on the line. Other than that, like, well, it'd be cool if like they just popped in like Secret Shoppers did, and just dropped in once in a while, and then everyone's like, oh my god,
Well, the problem is the district managers are dickheads.
Yeah. For the most part.
He'd say, oh yeah, I should fire you, but he'd say it with a smile.
Yeah. I remember that. Yeah.
That's nasty.
It was pretty bad, so I quit that job in the quickness, and David didn't like it either. He's just like, this is horrible. Like, this, what's going on, and how the company was changing, and so it just wasn't right. It wasn't fun anymore. Like, everything, I mean, we always knew it was by the numbers kind of thing, but we always had high trade numbers, but we never got rewarded for anything.
You were called the impact players.
Yeah, the impact players. Why were we called the Impact Players?
No,
because there was something in the actual book for Impact, right?
Yeah, because you guys were always getting real close again to getting Impact, which is a negative.
Oh.
Yeah. So in terms of like either numbers or like how the store ran or something like that, you guys were always close to getting Impact, so they called themselves the Impact Players.
Yeah. Yep, it was always borderline Impact, and the thing is that it was just high volumes of trade. Like, we got people trading in for cash every day, like, and it was too much. Like, you're getting too much product from people, and you can't check it all and put it out to sell it, like, because we didn't have the man hours. And, like, you just weren't rewarded for anything, I feel like. It's like, even, like, your reward was if you
get to work there.
Yeah, you get to work there.
Another day.
So if you hit your pre-orders or you hit your subscriptions, hey, you're guaranteed hours. Like, if you didn't hit them, like, don't be surprised if your hours went from 20 to 10 and really fast. And then you're just, like, everybody thinks, like, and I was in that same boat with all the kids. The kids come in, it would be awesome to work here. No, you go... I tell those kids, you get an education and you do something. You become an astronaut or something.
Astronaut, fly away
Don't
from
work
here.
at GameStop.
But the games, no, because you'll be better and you'll work somewhere else and you'll make good money and then you can still play games and you can still buy games. I would always tell kids that, and they were just like, why? It's because it's the man and the corporatization of things, capitalism and all that. And I was like, but I just want Bugs Bunny and whatever. I was like, you can still get it, but make sure that school's important. Like, don't make the same mistakes we did. Yeah. So, but it was a fun learning experience.
Like hollows in there. We're just like walking around with nothing inside.
So it was a fun learning experience, though. I wouldn't.
I don't know if I would call that fun.
For a time, it was fun.
Yeah. But then when it got bad, it was bad.
There was always a time.
Yeah.
There was always a time where it was fun, and then it stopped being fun.
When your job stops being fun, and you can't really talk about the stuff you want to talk about. Like, let's say you like a certain genre of games. Like, you're really, like, that's what I love to play. Like, I love to play JRPGs or whatever it is. Like, it got to the point where you can't talk about those because we're not pushing those kind of games. We're pushing these games.
You gotta talk about the man and...
Yeah, and then, of course, that all goes to the major companies that are buying stuff for GameStop, right? Those like EA and all those other companies are like, here's our marketing stuff. This is what you have to do. Here's what we'd like to see. No, here's what we want to see. It's not the way we like. It's what we want. So that's why those games... Like, when you go to a place like that, that's why those people always talk about those games, because that's your role now. It's like, you're supposed to push that. Like,
I always remember, like going to GameStops and them, like, pushing, like, Madden or something. Or like Call of Duty, or, I'm like, I don't fucking care about the games. I want my other, I want the games that I want to buy.
Yeah, I know. It's like, what happened to, what about Dragon's Crown? You taking pre-orders for that? I mean, essentially, though, like, I would just take pre-orders for whatever. Like, I wouldn't push, like, big titles. Like, I was just like, hey, if you want to pre-order, Shin Megami Tensei, whatever, it's like, I'm all for it, because it's good for me. Like, I still get to work here. So, essentially, and that's what it was. Eventually, it got to the point where you're just telling customers, it's like, man, I really could use a subscription because, man, they gonna fire me. They gonna get rid of me. Like, so, and I was looking for other jobs and stuff and trying to find another place to work. But, I mean, I did the whole thing. I did that whole GameStop retail thing, and that wasn't fun. So, it was like, it kind of kills your passion for games because,
That's what I remember. I think I asked a couple of people who worked at GameStop, and they were like, yeah, I just don't play games anymore. And I was like,
so, but we all don't work there anymore, so it's great.
Yeah,
it's fantastic. Life is good.
Yeah, the GameStop that we go to now, like, Jacob will, like, say stuff about, like, the past, and, like, they'll be like, yeah, it's not like that anymore. Like, it seems to be a much nicer company, or maybe it's just that district. I don't know. But, like, the Elk Grove ones, they say, no, we don't have to push, like, pre-orders or anything. And, yeah, we we just like we're more about customer service
Yeah.
than anything else now. Like
Yeah.
they just
Well, and that's the problem is because you get to a point where you're with that kind of company and they want this, and this, and because you're struggling so much to try and hit those numbers that they want to keep your job, you lose focus on the customer service part.
Yeah.
And that was the problem. And it affected everybody, and we were just like it's like I got to go to work today. And I wasn't excited to do it, and just dragging my feet, and just kind of like, and then the seasonals would come, and they were so excited, and you're just like, if you only knew, kid.
Did you know that I used to work at a Hollywood Video for like
no
3 months?
Really? Really?
I got fired.
Wow.
But like, I remember it was the worst experience I've ever had, like with jobs, like But like I remember that because they just like push you around and stuff, and they're really kind of like bully like, and like, oh, you gotta be part of the group and you gotta do everything a certain way and everything. And I'm like, I understand like you have standards and stuff, but this is a little ridiculous. Like you have to make everything like a thumb space, like, and fit it into the wall and stuff, and everything had to be angled perfectly. And but I would dream about working. And then I would wake up and I'd have to go to work, and I'd be like, I was just at work. In my dreams, this is so fucked up. I like don't feel like going at all. I remember the breaking point was I just like something hit. It felt like something hit me, and my eyes started welling up, and I was so depressed.
Wow.
And I was like, I don't know what's wrong with me. I have to go outside, and it was like super hot outside.
Yeah.
It was like the middle of the summer. And I just was like crying, and I was like, I don't know what's wrong with me. Like, that's how awful that place was.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm glad I got fired.
Yeah.
It was such a horrible experience.
Yeah, I think my most horrible experience was at Best Buy. I was telling my boss this because, he's trying to like clean up, be more sober. And he realizes he has an alcohol problem. I was like, yeah, because he always asked me like, how have you been able to be sober for like 3 years? I was like, well, you don't want a good friend of yours to die. How about that? I was like, it's like those were like key things that pushed me to stop drinking. But I was like, if you do it now, like hopefully there's no chaotic, crazy event that happens to you or something really dramatic that makes you. Start working on your thought process and gearing yourself to change now instead of waiting for that moment to come. But we were talking, I was saying, I had issues with that, with alcohol, because when I was working at Best Buy, I would just always come in messed up all the time. Like I just, make a cocktail and go to work and just not a care in the world because Best Buy was horrible. It was terrible, and Luis worked there too, and we had a bad experience with it, and I just quit. Like at some point, I was just like, my manager was being really unprofessional with me, and he was pulling me aside on my day off and giving me lectures about this and that. I was like, I don't really have to listen to you because it's my day off. Like if you were lecturing me and being a professional about it, and we were, it was something that I actually did wrong on the job when I was on the clock, then yeah. But other than that, I take what you say with a grain of salt. And now I know better to say anything to whoever it was, or because I think that it all started because I had said something about not being able to get a hold of him or call, management for something, or I had an issue or a question, or a customer had a concern and it was something I couldn't answer. But there again, that's where the training comes in. Like the training just wasn't there either. And so the store manager thought it was awesome because it's like, yeah, I'm getting this guy from GameStop to help us sell games. And in the 6 months of Best Buy that I worked, I worked a week or 2 weeks in games. I hardly ever worked in games. I always thought I was being punished. Like I'm working in CDs. It's like, I know my music. I don't know everybody else's music. And CDs was a wreck. There's always, CDs were never where they were supposed to be.
Yeah.
And DVDs was okay. But yeah, when I was in games, I did good. Like, you're supposed to sell things together. Like, if they get a system, you're supposed to, like, add on, like extra. Yeah. memory card or a extra controller or game or whatever, and that was easy for me because I've already done it.
Mm-hmm.
So like for other people, like they didn't, you'd stick like some people in there, they had no clue. Like I don't play this stuff, or I don't know, they don't know the tech kind of stuff. Like
it's not that hard.
No, it's not.
It's not.
It's not. But the training wasn't there, and so, with that, it was just that was a horrible experience. Like that was for me. I was just, but alcohol was my way of kind of masking that problem.
Yeah.
And I was like, I don't give a shit. I'm just gonna fucking come into work drunk, and no one's gonna say anything. No one ever did. I was like, just hand out stuff or whatever, and. Yeah, I didn't get written up, but I got called in for certain things, and somebody tried to say I left early for work one day, and I didn't do what I was supposed to do, or I didn't vacuum the sections. For closing, you're supposed to make sure everything's tidied up and vacuum and dust or whatever. And so, but you're supposed to have help from people. Like if somebody finishes their department, like vacuuming and doing whatever, they're supposed to come help you out if you're struggling or whatever. And so, but there was the store manager was like, hey, you guys need to be out of here by midnight or something, or because it's trying to save hours or man hours or whatever. So they have a clocking in system on a computer. So somebody tried to say I left early. I was like, my shift in the computer and on the schedule was this to this. It's like, all you have to do is look it up on the computer and see when I clocked out. And I was like, and the store manager watched me walk out. Mm-hmm. He was like, hey, great work today, guys. And he saw each one of us with our name badge. And I was like, I can go get him if you want. I can tell him, like, hey, I walked out at this time, and you can check. Nobody, you call somebody out on stuff like that, they're like, oh, yeah, I forgot we clock in and out on a computer. Whoops. Yeah. So yeah, it was just kind of funny, and just like we just had a lot of issues there with people. So, and that was just people that worked there. I didn't have a problem with customers. Customers were cool.
Oh, that's good. Hollywood Video was really bad with the customers. Very demanding, very angry if you didn't have.
That sounds like Blockbuster. When I used to go, I used to hear angry customers all the time. You don't have my movie, and
it's like really all the time.
Yeah,
like it's ridiculous. Like people are so like I don't know, like privileged or something. Like they think that they can walk in and they're God, and you give them all the movies they want and stuff. It's like it'll never be out of stock. Never.
You don't have my copy of Brother Bear.
Yeah, Brother Bear.
Exactly. It's something like that.
Oh boy.
I didn't know movies well enough anyway. I don't know what I was doing there.
That reminds me of they have a trailer for, they remade Ben-Hur.
Ben-Hur?
Yeah. Movie I watched.
Does it have The Rock in it?
No.
Why?
It's like a spin-off from the Bible type thing story.
Oh, okay.
And it looks like shit.
Huh.
The original had Charles Heston in it.
Yeah.
But this one, just some dude and
No.
It's messing with my Bible story.
No. So what have you guys been up to? What have you been up to lately?
Just work.
Just work?
Yeah. Not dealing with customers.
Yeah, because you're back in the checking phones now.
Yeah. I don't want to. It's like, I sort of don't want to see another iPhone again. I wouldn't buy one, I guess.
No?
But,
You used to think you were like, no, I'm gonna go get an Apple phone. Like you were like, my phone.
Why? What do you have?
Battery sucks.
What kind of phone do you have?
S6.
Oh, you do?
Yeah.
Do you like it?
Oh. I like the freedom, but I just don't like the battery. It sucks.
Yeah.
Huh.
I have to turn it on. I have to every time I have to put it on airplane mode, or else it will go from like 80% to 16%.
Oh, that sucks.
So.
I'm trying to convince him to get an LG phone like mine.
I think my boss has an LG and he likes it. So
yeah, the battery doesn't run out very fast. Like his is just whoosh, gone. But I like LG. They're fun, sleek, pretty, Korean.
Korean?
Yeah, they're a Korean company.
Oh, they are. Okay.
Yeah.
That's cool. I like Korean.
What kind of Korean?
Half Korean?
Even better.
Even better.